Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about temporal bone, and here you can see the diagram of skull, and the green part of the skull area is basically the temporal bone, and today we are going to talk about that bone. We will start our topic with introduction of temporal bone. Temporal bone is a paired irregular bone that is located on the sides and base of the skull. Here you can see the green area that is located at the side and base of the skull. It plays a crucial role in protecting the brain, housing the ear structures, and providing attachment points for muscles. Now let's talk about the anatomy of the temporal bone. The temporal bone consists of four main parts. The first one is squamous part, second one is petrous part, third one is mastoid part, fourth one is tympanic part. And we will talk about them now one by one. The first part of temporal bone is squamous part. It forms the side of skull and it contains the zygomatic process, which connects with the zygomatic bone to form the cheekbone. Its features include the mandibular fossa, which articulates with the mandible to form the temporomandibular joint. Second part of temporal bone is petrous part. It houses the middle and inner ear structures. It contains the internal acoustic meatus, which allows passage of cranial nerve. And its features include the carotid canal through which the internal carotid artery passes. Next part of temporal bone is mastoid part that is located behind the ear, and it contains the mastoid process which serves as an attachment site for neck muscles. It houses mastoid ear cells which helps regulate ear pressure. Now let's talk about the tympanic part. It forms a part of external auditory meatus and it supports the ear structure. Now let's talk about the functions of temporal bone. First function of temporal bone includes protection, that it shields the temporal lobes of the brain. Second function of it is hearing and balance, as it houses the middle and inner ear, and that's how it helps in hearing and balance. The third function is muscle attachment, as it provides anchorage for jaw and neck muscles. The fourth function of temporal bone is blood supply, as it contains canals for major arteries and veins. Now let's talk about the articulations of temporal bone. The temporal bone connects with the five other bones, and these are parietal bone through the squamosal suture, with the occipital bone through the occipitomastoid suture. Temporal bone connects with the sphenoid bone anteriorly. It connects with the zygomatic bone through the zygomatic process of temporal bone, and it connects with the mandible through the temporomandibular joint. And here you can see these are the five articulations of temporal bone, and these five articulations of both temporal bone occurs in both sides of the skull. Now let's talk about the clinical significance of temporal bone. Temporal bone fractures. They can result from head trauma leading to hearing loss or facial nerve damage. The other significance is otitis media, as infection of middle ear can affect the temporal bone, as middle ear is present in the temporal bone. Next significance is mastoiditis, that is infection of mastoid ear cells, and it requires medical intervention. Next significance is TMJ disorder or temporomandibular joint disorder, as it affects the mandibular fossa causing jaw pain, and mandibular fossa, as we know, is the part of temporal bone. Now let's talk about the conclusion of our lecture, that is, the temporal bone is a vital structure that contributes to the cranial protection, hearing, balance, and muscle function. Its anatomy, articulations, and clinical relevance make it an essential topic in medical studies. So this was all about the temporal bone. Hopefully you liked the video, and if you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching.